Here. I thought since we can't all sing together, I would just present my version of this song, which I remember so vividly from my childhood. I wrote down as much as I could remember. We gather together to ask the Lord's blessing and pray for good turkey with Marilo's dressing. The champagne and wine will sedate the unruly, so lend your good ears to a song from yours truly. The table is covered, the lunchers are flocking, so no one will hear him when Zave comes a-knocking. His mustache will freeze if left in the cold, so pray to Thanks Turking for his facial gold. Thanks Turking. And Daphne's in London, it seems she's thanks-taking. She ordered a turkey, they gave her a steak, and instead of a pudding, she made Indian cake. Oh, London, return her for poor Daphne's sake. Dear Elsa is fast on her way as an author, and what inspiration this family can offer. A squadron of turkeys all stuffed in our hovel makes a great poem and maybe a novel. Big thank you to Bruce and our dear cousin Sarah for giving us grief in a furball of terror. King Simon has conquered our home swiftly. For all of 4 years it has reeked of his And Isabel Jane is the fast-walking prima. She sweat through a country along the Camino and joins us in fashion, all dressed up for the feed, in a leopard print sweater and pants made of tweed. While Tim is announcing his passion for preaching, and just like his father, he's taken to teaching. The likeness is coming, we see early stages, and next year his toast will be 15 short pages.
14 pages.
Tom and Lucilla have traveled great distance to be with their family with loving persistence. And after the hassle of airplanes, they sip wine and swear from now on to move only by zip line. Thank you very much.
All right.
Thanks, Andrew.
Oh, that was great.
Well, I like to say this is a time of Thanksgiving, and I find the most meaningful gathering of the year, more so than Christmas and Easter and everything else, because it's a time that we can really sit back and reflect on all the things that have happened to us over the year, and hopefully to be thankful and feel blessed that we can come back together again year after year and celebrate familyhood. And familyhood is an institution I think is one of the most sacred institutions of humanity. Familyhood has been under attack everywhere, and especially in our contemporary world today, when I see the disruption of families in the Middle East today, and in Africa, and in America, and all over the world. And it should make us feel even more blessed and more appreciative of being able to come around a table like this and celebrate not only immediate family, but people who we love and respect, that may be outside our family circle, but we want to bring you into our family circle as well and celebrate this great institution. So I think that it's wonderful that Pablo is carrying on a long tradition in the Marvel and the whole families of saying things at the Thanksgiving time. I know I was raised that way. We always had someone in the family who would get up and, or more than one person, and talk about, philosophize and review the past year and so forth since we came together. And I know the Marvels did the same. And that tradition is, the torch has been passed, and I think Pablo has been able to pick it up very nobly and very successfully. And I think that's great. Wonderful, in fact. I just like to, for me, Thanksgiving is the time when I just like to think of ideas and thoughts that people have had in the past. And I just want to share a few things with you this year. One, and I don't know who wrote this, these are not my own words, but they've inspired me. Life is measured not by the number of breaths we take, but by the moments that take our breath away. The mystery of life is not a problem to be solved. It is a reality to be experienced. The best and most beautiful things in the world cannot be seen or even touched. They must be felt within the heart. That actually is a quote from Helen Keller. And from Martin Luther, Reverend Martin Luther King Jr., at Thanksgiving time in 1967, Martin Luther King Jr. said that we need to breathe spirit into our minds. We must find life, and we find life through having the courage to stand up for, as he says, for right, to stand up for right, stand up for truth, to stand up for justice, to take a stand and not be afraid to take that stand is living, to Reverend Martin Luther King. And one of my favorite people, who I love to quote from time to time, is John Ruskin, who was Regis Professor at Oxford more than a century and a half ago. And Ruskin writes, when we build, let us think we build forever. Let it not be for the present delight, nor for the present use alone. Let it be such work as our descendants will thank us for, and let us think, as we lay stone upon stone, that a time will come when these stones will be held sacred because our hands will have touched them, and that men will say, as they look upon the labor and wrought substance of them, see, this our Father did for us. And that makes me think of future and past generations. I'm going to be Joe and I are going to be grandparents in the coming year. It's yet another generation. But I think we always need to remember past generations. We need to remember our parents, our grandparents, our great-grandparents, the wonderful traditions and ideas and principles that radiate across generations, through generations. And so I think Thanksgiving is not only a time when we can celebrate, we the living here, but we need to celebrate and venerate those who have made it possible for us to be here today and to enjoy this life that we're enjoying right now. So I welcome you all and thank you very much.
Here, here. Very good. Thank you very much.